What's up guys, I'm back with another installation video. This time I'm going to be installing eXtremeRate's DTF LED Kit for the PS5 controller. You can find the LED kit on the Gaming Cobra website. If you use my referral link, you can get a 10% discount, or you can also use my discount code, which is Im.A.Caveman. This LED kit has 7 different colors to choose from and 2 effects. One is slow blink and the other one is fast blink. Slow blink cycles through all the colors on its own, and then fast blink does the same thing, just, well, faster. Now let's check what's in the box. Here's the warranty card. Here's the LED kit, and it's going to have a bit of a smell since they used hot glue on the wires. Spare screws, and the last thing in the box are gonna be your transparent buttons and tools. I have the option and share buttons missing because I actually had recorded this video before, but there was a bunch of background music. Unfortunately, that video was pretty bad that I decided to just not upload that video. I'm gonna start out by taking off my trim. I'm gonna use my prying tool to dig right under this end, and all I have to do is push up. Same thing with the other side. Then I'm gonna go to the middle, dig right under also, and here if it didn't go up. Once that's done, you're gonna be able to just grab either side and push up, and it'll come off easily. I'm gonna push these locks outwards. I pushed mine a little bit too much just now and it ended up breaking, so try your best not to do what I did. To remove the L1 and R1 buttons, I'm gonna use my prying tool to dig under it and then just push up. Now I'm going to remove 4 screws. Once all 4 screws are removed, I can grab one end of the controller and then push it towards the triggers, and that'll come off easily as well. I'm gonna move the battery to the side. And to remove it, I'm gonna grab on these edges right here, and then I'm gonna wiggle it left to right so that it can help me slowly get the battery out. To move this cable out of that slot, I'm gonna go on the pad and then slowly push, and you'll see how it'll come out. To remove the battery holder, I'm gonna take this screw out first. Let's move this cable to the side and then remove the battery holder by lifting up. There's 4 cables to disconnect. There's 2 tiny locks on the side of the board. One on the left side, you just gotta push that one outwards and then put your finger here so that you can lift up the board. And the second one is going to be right behind the battery connection. And that's how you can free the board. Now there's 2 silver screws and 2 black screws that need to be removed. After all 4 screws are removed, I'm going to be able to remove the whole casing. I'm going to take off the pads and buttons and put the transparent buttons inside. After all buttons are swapped, the pads can go back in. I can also remove the thumbsticks now. I'm going to flip the motherboard over and the whole casing as well. To install the LED kit, you can see there's one end that has 2 holes on it. It's brown and gold. That part, you're gonna slide it inside that gap right here. Turn the casing around, and that part is just going to go right on top of this one right here. Now we flip the casing over again. There's going to be 2 adhesive pieces you can remove right here. There's parts on the controller that help keep the film secured, like this one right here. Push down on the film you're gonna feel how it's gonna fall into place. For example, that one, you can see how it's right under that little black spot right here. We got another one right here. This end has glue on it, you can stick that down. This side also. This part that goes towards the side of the controller, it's going to have adhesive. I already took mine off. You're going to stick it on this side. You can use your prying tool to push down on it. And it should look something like this. For this part, make sure that your motherboard is locked down. The LED for the thumbsticks have adhesive under it, peel that off. I'm gonna be holding onto the motherboard under it the whole time. Now I'm gonna bend this through right here. I'm gonna fold it just a tiny bit. And now I'm just gonna stick it down. I'm also going to use the prying tool to help me out a little bit. Same thing with the other side. My right one is having sticking issues, but this is what it looks like once you're done sticking it down. Once that's set up, I can put the transparent thumbsticks on it. And you can see how it looks kind of rectangular here. It's the same thing underneath the thumbstick. You just gotta match it up and then push down. Now I can put the casing back in the front shell. The touchpad cable needs to go through this gap right here. And watch out for this cable right here. You can pull it towards you to make sure that it doesn't go in. I'm gonna put the two black screws on the sides back in place. And I also have to put the two silver screws back in. Now I can push down on the motherboard so it can lock down. I can reconnect all my cables now. There's two connections coming from the side. You're gonna use this top wire to connect the battery. The bottom one is going to be connected to the battery connector. The battery holder is going to go back in place now. I just got to move this cable to the side. And I'm making sure that these cables are going right under the battery holder, even though I ended up messing one up. Put that one screw back in. This microphone cable can go back in its slot. Now I'm going to reconnect the battery. It's always good to have your battery disconnected until you're finally going to close up your control again. And now I'm just going to Place these cables in a way that would be safe to close the control. My battery ended up dying, but as you can see, I placed the cables inside the gaps of the control. I'm gonna grab my back shell, place it right over the triggers, and then push down throughout the top, sides, and bottom. You can also push down your locks. I wish I could push this one down, but I broke it earlier. Oh well. I'm gonna put all 4 screws back in. And right now I'm just making sure that there isn't any wires, especially from the bottom part sticking out. I'm gonna put my triggers back in. You can see how there's a gap right there. This part is gonna go inside of it. And the last piece is the trim. These 2 ends are gonna go right in here. You can push it down, then over the thumbsticks, slide your fingers all the way down on each side and push down on the middle. And the control is fully assembled. This honestly looks beautiful. The lights have a nice transition to it. My first control doesn't have all the transparent buttons except the PS symbol. Just to show you guys the difference, this is what the LED kit looks like with a transparent shell but not the transparent buttons. This one only has the transparent symbol, and I thought this one was pretty cool since the brightness won't be so much, only because your buttons aren't transparent, so the light only goes through the transparent shell, and of course your symbol. But regardless, it still looks really good. Anyways, let me show you guys how to work the LED kit. To turn off the lights, you're gonna hold up, right, and square. You're just gonna hold it down for a few seconds and it'll turn off. To turn it on, you're just gonna do the same thing. Up, right, and square. Just hold it for a few seconds and it'll turn back on. To change your colors, to change your colors, you're gonna hold the up D-pad and square at the same time for a few seconds. Right now it's on the rainbow cycle, and that's the slow effect. Once you see that it's blinking, that means you can change your color. So now I'm gonna press on the right D-pad, and that'll switch to the quick blink. That's gonna cycle through all the colors quickly. The next color is going to be red, and it's just gonna be flashing the whole time until you decide which color you want. There's green, blue, this one's yellow or lime green, lime yellow, pink, purple, cyan, and we're back on the slow blink rainbow cycle. I'm gonna set it to the red color for now. To do that, I'm gonna hold up D-pad and square at the same time, and once it stops blinking, that means you chose your color. Just like that. And like I mentioned earlier, it's 7 colors and 2 effects to choose from. And that's it for this video, guys. Hope it helped. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for the continuous support, and I'll be back with another one.